You wake up early, not because you enjoy it, but because your schedule forces you to. Your phone already has notifications waiting, emails from partners, messages from work groups, a meeting reminder at 8. You turn off the alarm before it rings a second time. That small action makes you feel like you're in control of the day. You go to the bathroom. The mirror shows someone who looks fine. The shirt was ironed the night before. The watch is in the right place. You don't rush breakfast, but you don't relax either. Everything runs on time. You've lived this routine for years. You built this image carefully. You leave the house and drive or order a car. Either way, you arrive on time. At work, people greet you first. Their tone is respectful. Some ask for your opinion. Others wait for your decision. You speak briefly. You don't over-explain. You know that talking more doesn't increase your value in their eyes. People think you're successful because of what they can see: a stable job, good income, a full calendar, business trips, lunches with people who have titles. You rarely post online, but when you do, the response is positive. A photo at an airport, a clean desk, a neutral caption. You're not showing off, but the image speaks for itself. In meetings, you're not the loudest person, but when you speak, the room goes quiet. You don't raise your voice. You don't emphasize your point. You speak because people are waiting for you to speak. You learned that silence, used well, works better than arguing. At lunch, you eat with coworkers or partners. The conversation stays on work, projects, plans. Few people ask about your personal life. You don't offer much either. You keep things safe. You know where the line is. You know which stories to keep to yourself. Some people look at you and think you're settled. Some think you're on the right track. Some use you as an example. They talk about you when you're not there. They compare themselves to you. This doesn't make you proud. It just makes you more careful. In the afternoon, you deal with problems. A contract needs changes. Someone needs to be replaced. A decision has to be made quickly. You don't have much room to hesitate. You choose the option with the least risk, not because it's the best, but because it attracts the least attention. You know that mistakes at your level stay on record. You're used to not showing fatigue. You are tired, but you can't show it. You can sit in front of a screen for 8 hours, then sit in meetings for 2 more. When the workday ends, you still look normal. You don't complain. You don't share pressure. You know doing that changes how people see you. Many people think you're confident. In reality, you just don't show doubt. Every decision has a cost. A right decision protects your position. A wrong one can trigger consequences that last years. You've seen capable people pushed out because they chose the wrong moment. So you prepare. You read documents before meetings. You review numbers before speaking. You avoid saying, "I'll check later," not because you know everything, but because you're not allowed to not know. In the evening, you go home. Not always late, but rarely early. The space is quiet. If you live alone, the house is clean to the point of feeling empty. If you have a family, you still check your phone before dinner. You talk, but part of your attention stays on work. You get a message from someone you used to know. They ask how you're doing. They say you've changed. You reply politely. You don't explain that you see them less, not because you're busy, but because you don't know what to talk about anymore. Your life revolves around things they no longer care about. Their life does the same. You've lost the habit of sharing personal thoughts. You don't remember the last time you spoke honestly about how you feel. You can talk about strategy, plans, goals, but when it comes to yourself, you stop. Not because there's nothing there, but because you don't know who it's safe to say it to. Some nights you sit alone and think about the earlier years, when you worked harder but carried less responsibility, when you could make mistakes and fix them, when you could try things. That space is gone now. You're no longer allowed to experiment. You're expected to be right. People think you're successful because of what they can see. You know you haven't arrived anywhere. You're just in a position that's hard to leave.
You can't go back because you've gone too far. You can't stop because too many things depend on you. You can't change quickly because your image is already set. You also know others want your position. Some watch quietly. Some are ready to step in if you slow down. That knowledge keeps you moving. You don't allow yourself to lose pace. You don't allow yourself to drift. You don't tell anyone that sometimes you feel like you're playing a role. You play it well. You know how to speak, how to stand, how to react. You know when to nod and when to stay silent. You also know this role doesn't come with breaks. At times, you think about what would happen if you stopped. Not a week off, a real stop. You don't follow that thought far. You know you're not ready to answer it. You look at what you have. Your income is above average. You have stability that many people want. You're not struggling, but you don't feel light either. Everything you have comes with obligations. Every benefit brings constraints. You traded a lot to get here. You traded time, comfort, the ability to live without planning. You no longer choose what you enjoy. You choose what fits. You no longer choose who you want to see. You choose who you need to see. From the outside, your life looks clean. From the inside, it feels tight. There isn't much room. There isn't much margin for error. You live inside a structure you helped build. You understand that success, as others see it, doesn't mean ease in daily life. You also understand that if you let go, people won't say, "That's unfortunate." They'll say, "He's done." That keeps you where you are. When you go to bed, your phone stays close. You check it one last time before turning off the light. You don't hope for new messages, but you don't want to miss anything either. You're used to this state. It doesn't bother you anymore. It's just part of life.
Tomorrow will look like today. Not because you have no options, but because the other options come with costs you're not ready to pay. So you keep playing the role of the man everyone thinks is successful. You play it well. You know you do. This is your life, the life of the man everyone thinks is successful.